Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Welcome to Sportsified.
Hi.
I think Andrew may be broken.
Hi.
Anyways, there's a lot to talk about
Hi.
today. Andrew, today is mostly NFL heavy, so hope you don't mind. Let's hop right into it.
Hi.
Sportsified.
That was the best intro ever.
I think we've had better, not gonna lie.
Yeah, we have.
The Christmas one is pretty hard to beat.
That's true.
So Andrew, I know you're not the best with dates and remembering things and just a lot of stuff in general. But what is next Sunday?
That's a good question. Isn't it like this thing where like you eat a bunch of guacamole and it's like
I don't like guacamole.
super good?
I wouldn't
It's
know.
super good.
No,
and you
it's not
eat it in like
super
a
good.
big bowl. You know?
Wait, like a big bowl of guacamole, you just eat that?
Yeah, and it's like super good.
Oh, wait, so let me get this straight. You eat guacamole straight up.
Yeah, just like out of the bowl. Like it's like a Super Bowl, you know? Like
That was perfect. So that's a perfect segue into what we're gonna talk about first. The most important thing in the world of sports right now, the Super Bowl. Los Angeles Rams, Cincinnati Bengals played at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, the newest stadium in the NFL, by the way. Ticket prices are absolutely ridiculous.
they're insane. I mean, it's LA. What do you expect?
Right, and it is the Super Bowl, so you understand why. But when you look at the prices, hold on, I have it somewhere. The lowest ticket price that I can see is almost $5,000, and the highest by the field is upwards of $40,000.
That's insane.
So you're
That's
like
like
a
a
diehard.
car.
Yeah, imagine you're a diehard Bengals fan. Your team finally makes it to the Super Bowl, finally, and you want to go, right? Like, you're a diehard Bengals fan.
Yeah.
That's like, I mean, for most Americans, that's like a fifth of the average American's yearly income.
And if you're from Cincinnati, that's not even including like travel costs
Right.
and all that, because it's LA. The area is expensive, so that's a $15,000 trip right there, like minimum.
and you gotta stay there in a hotel and everything. Yeah, that's kind of
exactly.
crazy. But getting into the actual Super Bowl, not the guacamole. So you got Matthew
I
Stafford.
actually don't like guacamole. I lied.
Oh.
Sorry.
Nice. But you got Matthew Stafford and Joe Burrow, two former number one overall picks. I think, if I remember correctly, it's the second time two first overall picks have faced off in the Super Bowl, which is kind of crazy because, like, most first overall picks, or a lot at least, are quarterbacks, and you also expect a first overall quarterback to take it to the Super Bowl. This is only the second time it's ever happened. That really surprised me. But you got Matthew Stafford changing his legacy. To be quite honest, he was 0 for 3 in the playoffs. Now he's 4 for 3, 3 and 3. And
Something like that.
He's in the Super Bowl. People doubted he could win big games because he didn't do it in Detroit, but he also had very terrible roster around him in Detroit. But they're here. And also the Bengals.
Oh my word. Joe Burrow, man.
I love Joe Burrow.
They are something else. Like, Joe Burrow's got the drip though. Like, have you seen his outfits?
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Did you see him next to, like, not actually next to you, but Dwayne Johnson? With the what is it, the black sweater turtleneck, and then they got the chain.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
Dwayne Johnson should be in the Super Bowl.
You really should. Yeah. Sign him.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you two questions. Who do you think will win, and who do you want to win?
Who do I think will win? I think the Rams will win.
Yeah.
I think they have a better overall team, especially considering the Bengals O-line. Like, I think the Rams should win it. Granted, I like Joe Burrow. I really like the Bengals, like, success story from this past year. I want the Bengals to win.
Yeah. It doesn't get talked about enough, or at least it hasn't been so far, about how Aaron Donald is gonna murder the Bengals O-line. Like, it's gonna be...
Oh, I've heard it plenty. I've heard that a lot online, but it's true. Like,
I guess I just haven't seen it.
Joe Burrow's gonna fight for his life. Yeah, you're just out of the loop, Braylon.
Worst bottom 5 O-line in the NFL, and Aaron Donald is, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year?
Exactly.
Could win it this year. The man is ridiculous. he's gonna destroy them. Like Joe Burrow's gonna need an ambulance like on the side of the field already. But
honestly,
it's a quality matchup. Not what was expected. The Bengals beating the Chiefs. I think Rams Chiefs would draw a lot of attention as popular teams.
Yeah.
But you got the battle. Like, do you want what's better for like the media and like the NFL profiting? Popular teams or underdog teams? Underdog teams.
Yeah.
I think this has a mixture. The Rams being the popular team and the Bengals the underdog story. So I think this is good for the NFL and the fans. And the Rams team needed this. Like, it's a bunch of veterans. This is some of them. It's their last go around. What's that name? The safety Eric Weddle. He was a famous Rams player. I mean, not famous. Good. And they brought him back for literally just the playoffs. And he's retiring afterwards. Retiring again.
Exactly.
So and Von Miller,
So-
he has a championship, but Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, Matthew Stafford, they don't. Cooper Kupp,
Exactly.
Robert Woods will get the ring, but he won't have contributed in the playoffs due to injury. But yeah, this Rams team needs it.
They really do, and obviously they have home field advantage. NFL tries to make it neutral, and it happens. Was it 2 years in a row that it's happened?
Last year,
I think I saw that stat.
yeah, I think it was split up.
Yeah, and that is insane. I don't remember if it's 2 years in a row or like 2 out of the past 3 or 4 years.
Oh no, yeah,
but
the Buccaneers won
that's,
last year and it was played in the stadium.
Yeah, that's unprecedented. That's absolutely insane.
They gotta know though, right? Like when they choose before the season, like last year they chose the Buccaneers Stadium, they just signed Tom Brady, what they think was gonna happen. And then this year they chose the Rams' new SoFi Stadium. And they got Stafford, Akers, Kupp, Donald, Ramsey. What did they think was gonna happen? So
Did you see the one thing though that suggested they just move it to Dallas every year, so that's never an issue.
that's a very good point. And well, okay, the Cowboys have won Super Bowls. If we're being honest, move it to Detroit. If we're being honest, although that's really cool.
that's true.
You could get a little warmer by moving it to Cleveland, still having the same result.
Yeah. Oh, my word. Okay.
Right,
anyways,
testing your memory again. There's a kind of famous player that retired a couple weeks ago, or last week actually. This week, beginning of this week. Wow.
Oh, are you talking about that one? Like, he was a quarterback, right?
Yeah, I heard he's pretty good. I didn't follow his career very much. I don't know.
He used to play for the Patriots.
That's true.
And then he played for the Buccaneers. Yes.
Rob Gronkowski?
Yes. No. Isn't it like Tom? Tom Brady.
Yes.
Let's go.
Thomas Patrick Edward Brady Jr. I had to put that in here.
Yes.
But man, there's no debate now. It's undisputed. Some people say it's Peyton Manning. No. The greatest football player of all time, greatest athlete of all time by some accounts, is Tom Brady. And he retired after 22 seasons, aged 43. Andrew, by the time we were born, he had been in the NFL for 5 seasons. Like,
that's insane.
And he's done how much in our lifetime? Like, it's ridiculous. Tom Brady, the longevity and the success that he's had is insane. 7 Super Bowls is more than every other NFL team. Every other team. Patriots at second, they have 6. Brady won them all 6. It's insane.
Conspiracy? He went to the Bucks just so that the Patriots wouldn't be tied with him.
That's true. Wait a minute. And Gronk came too. Gronk's gotta be up there. Julian Edelman.
Sure he is.
Alright, but yeah, it's insane. He won 3 MVPs. Peyton Manning won 5, which is why some people debate that Manning is better. But really, there's zero debate. I mean, looking at some of Tom Brady's accolades and accomplishments, 7 Super Bowls. He won the most games by a player with 278. Played most games as a quarterback, 365, which doesn't seem like a lot, But that's a full year of playing an NFL football game every single day. An entire year of his life was spent playing a football game at the highest level possible.
That's absolutely incredible.
Oldest quarterback to start and win a game at age 44, which he did this last season. The list is like, it's ridiculously long.
Yeah.
No Super Bowl, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, 10 Super Bowl appearances. He was 7 for 10 in the Super Bowl. 7 for 10. And he played in 22 seasons. He went to the Super Bowl basically every other year.
That's better than me.
This can't be real. Oh, in the playoffs. He has more playoff wins than any one NFL franchise has.
Oh, yeah, undisputed. He is the GOAT. Or can we say, yeah, he is the GOAT. Now, to truly decide the GOAT of sports, I do think we need to put him. And there's still some dispute in the basketball world about like MJ or LeBron.
No debate.
We need to put those three in a boxing match.
There's.
I agree with you, but there is still debate. So okay, here, let's do this. Tom Brady versus Michael Jordan. Boxing fight.
What? No, I don't even think MJ is the runner-up GOAT. If we're saying
Are you on board?
Brady's the greatest athlete of all time, then I think the others in conversation would be like Tiger Woods, Michael Phelps.
Then include them. Just a giant boxing tournament, except for boxers.
Just a free for all, and Stephen Curry because he's the basketball GOAT.
Okay.
So I saw someone say that, in their opinion, and I do agree, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback ever, but Brady is the greatest. And it makes sense when you think about it. You look at Patrick Mahomes' pure talent, he's ridiculous. Left-handed passes, underhanded passes, sidearm passes. He's insane. He's only like 25 years old. He could overtake Brady. I think it's possible. I don't think it will happen because what Brady did is ridiculous. So you look at 10 Super Bowl appearances, and actually, now that I say that, Mahomes is kind of on track like every other year going to the Super Bowl. But yeah, Mahomes from a pure talent standpoint is probably the best football player the game has ever seen. But Tom Brady he's just pure greatness.
And he's well-rounded too. Like, it's not just his arm or his playmaking ability. It's just like everything about him as a player completes him as that overall package.
He's a leader. People can say he's not a leader because of the cheating scandal, which that's a mark on his record. Still makes him the GOAT. It's like this could go somewhere else, but it's like the Barry Bonds in the MLB. Like he just didn't make the Hall of Fame. He went all 10 years without making Hall of Fame. He's the all-time MLB home run leader, and he didn't make it because he had steroids. But you look at what he did before he took steroids. He's the greatest hitter the game has ever seen by anyone not named Babe Ruth.
Exactly.
And so I think it's kind of the same with Brady, but everyone's saying Brady's the GOAT.
Because you can't discount something he did 4 or 5 seasons when he has those 10 Super Bowl appearances, when he has those 7 wins. Like, it wasn't every year.
Right, like he literally just gave Tampa Bay a Super Bowl. They hadn't won one yet. He gift wrapped them a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So last week, Andrew sent me a tweet on Twitter, which is where tweets are made and sent and shared and read and everything, and sometimes it can get a little interesting. But he sent me a tweet from a news network in Kansas City.
Well said.
It reads, Kansas City is where the Chiefs are, by the way, Kansas City Chiefs. I had to, just give some context because they might not know that, gotta watch out for the audience. But from the Kansas City News Network, KMBC, against all odds, we were never supposed to be here. We were never meant to take it this far. But against all odds, we did. What a season. Thank you for the incredible ride. We will always be Chiefs Kingdom.
When I first read that, I could not tell if it was a joke or not. But either way you put it, it's ridiculous.
Who is saying...
If it is a joke,
what odds were against the Chiefs?
It doesn't look like one. And if it isn't, nothing. They were favored from the start. Sure they had a rough start. But as soon as they got going, as soon as the playoffs started, like, nobody was like,
oh man, the underdog. No, that was the Bengals.
Like,
and look where they made it. Yes. If we read this from a Cincinnati News Network standpoint, against all odds, we were never supposed to be here. Yeah, that's true. You were last in the division last year. We were never meant to make it this far. Yeah, how'd you even get in the playoffs? But against all odds, we did. Yeah, I don't think they were favored in any one of the games in the playoffs.
Yeah.
What a season. Yeah. Good job, Cincinnati. Oh, no, never mind. That was Kansas City.
Exactly. Like, it is completely backwards. Maybe they're just, I don't know. I don't know how to spin it. Like I said, if it is a joke, it's a terrible joke. If it is not a joke, then they're just insensitive.
Andrew, what do you think about the Washington Commanders?
I actually don't hate the name. I think it's pretty good and makes sense because the whole DC thing.
I mean, I would say it's not the worst they could have done.
Better than football team and better than Redskins, but
honestly,
I like
Washington football team was not bad. Like it was kind of a look. Like they could have kept that. I think it'd be really cool if it was the DC Commanders. Yeah. That just sounds like awesome. Well, it's Washington Commanders is not bad. They released new jerseys for it.
Yeah. I'll admit, the DC teams always confuse me. Like, for the longest time, I thought for sure the Washington Wizards were in Washington State until I visited DC and saw their stadium. Like, it's kind of confusing, especially for 8-year-old Andrew, but
yeah, I mean, they're like a 51st state. Let's get into the geography here. No, just kidding, we won't do that. But the Commanders released new uniforms along with their name reveal, and we'll put that on screen if you're watching this on YouTube. But they're, I mean, it's not much of a change from the football team uniforms, and they're pretty basic. On the maroon one, I do not like the Commanders font and the way it looks. I think the white one's the best, and the black one doesn't give me Washington vibes. It's like, I don't even know, like Steelers.
Yeah,
Steelers.
I need to look at that one again.
Pirates, which also is true. Yeah, wait, the Pittsburgh Pirates and Steelers have like the same color scheme. Anyways,
you're right. Okay.
But there's like no. It's just like all black with an NFL logo on the front, and then actually that's on the normal ones, but it stands out on this one. And they have the numbers below and yellow. That is so basic. Yeah. The red one, it just doesn't look like a real jersey. It looks like some generic like youth football league jersey. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It looks like something you'd see at a high school game.
And then the white one's nice. I would get that one if I was a Washington fan.
Yeah, I like the helmets though. The helmets are clean.
The black helmet is nice. Alright, so on to the NBA. They announced the reserves. So we have the rosters here. I'll talk about the East, and then Andrew, you can do the West. So we already talked about the starters: Kevin Durant, Giannis Antetokounmpo, DeMar DeRozan, Joel Embiid, and Trae Young. But then reserves in the East now announced. You have Jimmy Butler making his 6th appearance. Darius Garland, his first, and he did deserve it. I voted for him. You have James Harden, 10-time NBA All-Star. Zach LaVine for the 2nd time. He's gotten snubbed before. Chris Middleton for the 3rd time. I love Chris Middleton. I think he's criminally underrated. Like Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Okay, Booker made it. That's a West sneak peek. My bad. I just had to check. Jason Tatum for the 3rd time. And then Andrew Fred VanVleet for the 1st time. Siakam did not make it.
At least he did not get snubbed. Even if Pascal Siakam got snubbed, Fred VanVleet did not.
Like, who would he have made it over? This year he's averaging 21.4 points and, 8.6 rebounds. I did not see that coming. Siakam gets boards. You could have made an argument for him over Middleton.
And sorry, going on a tangent here, but like, gotta feel bad for the Raptors. They're starting 5. They have a spectacular starting 5, and they are playing like 50 minutes a game for a couple games so far this season. Like, if the Raptors had a strong bench, they would be contenders, but they're just playing their starters to death. Oh well. Okay. Anyways, moving on to the West. So starters, we already named them: LeBron James, Steph Curry, Jokic, Morant, and Wiggins.
No, deservedly enough.
That's kind of a controversial.
Okay, no, he shouldn't have
started position, but he should not. Like 18.1 points, 2.1 assists, 4.2 rebounds.
If you watch him play a game, the Warriors play good teams. He's always stuck on the best defender. He definitely affects them.
But still, you can't argue that he should be a starter.
He's very deservedly a first-time All-Star.
But shouldn't be a starter. Okay, anyways, to reserves. Devin Booker, nice, for his 3rd time. Luka Doncic, 3rd time. Nice. Rudy Gobert, also 3rd time. Draymond Green, it's his 4th time. Donovan Mitchell for the 3rd time. Chris Paul, he's a 12-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA. Like, go Chris Paul. And Karl Anthony Towns. Sorry.
How is Draymond Green only a 4-time All-Star? Like, you look at the numbers.
I don't
8
know.
points a game, 7.5 assists, 7.5 rebounds. 8 points a game for an all-star. But he makes an insane, immeasurable impact on the Warriors. Yes, they have Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time. Yes, they have Klay Thompson, top 5 shooter of all time, but they would not have won more than one championship without Draymond. He's a 4-time all-star. He needs more recognition. I'm really glad he made it this year.
Yeah, exactly.
As a Warriors fan, I'm sad, but also, Klay Thompson didn't make it. He was like 4th in the fan vote, though, which is pretty awesome. Gotta love us Warriors fans. And everyone else hates.
He did not deserve to make it, so I'm sorry.
If he had played more this season, he's averaging 16.3 points.
If he had played more. But did he play more?
His minutes mark is slowly increasing. He's up to 26 minutes now. So yeah, he's getting there. The Warriors are going to be dangerous. Klay had 7 threes the Warriors last game in 24 minutes.
Then there's Fred VanVleet averaging 38.7 minutes
You're
per game.
You're joking. That has to lead the league. I think it does. That's on a 28 and 23 Raptors team. VanVleet is playing 37 minutes. 38. He's gonna pull a Klay, KD, Hayward. Wait, no, not Hayward. That was a bad example. He's gonna get injured. That's what I'm trying to say.
Hopefully not. Don't jinx it. Okay. Yeah, and Siakam's right behind him, 37.7. Like I said earlier, they've had a couple 50-minute games.
That's a lot of minutes. Like, what is the Raptors bench?
Nick Nurse.
Because
Nick Nurse.
I don't like.
Is there a Raptors?
I just thought an Norman Powell thing about the Raptors. We got to talk about the trade for a minute, and then we'll wrap this up. So the Clippers received from the Trailblazers Norman Powell and Robert Covington, and the Blazers got Eric Bledsoe, Justice Winslow, and Keon Johnson, and a second-round pick via Detroit. That's a big win for the Clippers. That's a massive win. Eric Bledsoe averaging 10 points and 4 assists. Winslow averaging 4 points and 4 rebounds. Keon Johnson doing average rookie things, like 3.5 points a game. For Norman Powell, who's averaging close to 19 a game, on the 2 assists, making 2.3 threes a night, and Robert Covington giving them lockdown defense like he always does with 7.5 points and floor spacing. It's a big win for the Clippers, especially since they're most likely missing Kawhi for the whole season and maybe the playoffs now.
Exactly, yeah. I just want to... I found the game with the Raptors starting 5, each averaging over 50 minutes per game. All right, so this was January 29th against the Heat. They won in triple overtime. 124-120, okay? OG Anunoby, 56 minutes, 20 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. Scotty Barnes, 56 minutes, 22 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. Pascal Siakam, 57 minutes. Gary Trent Jr., 56 minutes. Fred VanVleet, 54 minutes. All with, except for Fred VanVleet, who only had 19 points. Everybody else had 20 plus points. Like, they played almost an entire hour. So I just tried to
look at the game you're looking at. I found this other, more recent Heat Raptors game. So regular 48-minute, no overtime game. The starters played 38, 41, 35, 36, and 42 minutes for Scotty Barnes. This is nightly. They played 4 off the bench. It's not like they have COVID issues, right? Or injuries. Yeah. It's just they don't have depth.
They've had some, but now that they're in their starting core, this is just...
The wheels are going to come off at some point.
No
One of the starters is going to get injured. Probably multiple.
Well, they have had starters injured before. Like, I know, and there was some COVID issues early in the season, but...
Yikes.
Right now, they're all healthy.
Alright, so that wraps up today's Sportsified episode. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. If you're on podcasts, also subscribe, I think. Some services offer it, it's just... Honestly, I can't say that helps us because I don't think it does with podcasts. But do it anyways.
No. Yeah. Listen. Just put us on repeat. Even if you don't enjoy listening to us, just put it on repeat while you sleep so that it still records as views and you don't have to sit through us talking.
That would
help
we get
us. Money, you help us. Yeah. And I think you'll soak up the information through osmosis,
Alright. That's all for today's episode. See ya.
Yo. See ya.